Hello everyone, I'm Lexo63 and here's another video from me. So today, we are going to be reviewing Incredibles 2. And this time when I say we, I actually mean we. Because today I have a special guest with me, my friend, cloudshadow.
Hello everyone, hi, my name is cloudshadow and today we're going to review
Incredibles 2. Alright, so let's start off like we start off every single time by reading off the plot synopsis. So, Helen is called on to help bring supers back while Bob navigates normal life at home. But when a new villain hatches a dangerous plot, only the Incredibles can overcome it together. Do you want something?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So this movie, I thought it was really good. But before we talk about it, we're going to talk about the short that came before it. Bow. That was what it was called.
It was Bow?
Yeah, it was called Bow.
I thought it was something else I can't read.
Well, okay, so this short, it was kind of adorable. It was about, like,
It was
a little dumpling that comes to life, and he lives on his life, and then out of nowhere, he just, like, his mom eats him.
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
And then we find out later that the mom was projecting her feelings about her son, I guess, onto this dumpling for some reason.
Because his head looked like a dumpling. You didn't notice?
Well, yeah, but I think that was kind of part of the little metaphor thing.
I thought it was going to be like Japanese weird.
Basically, it's just like this. It's just like she doesn't want him to leave, and she's kind of overprotective, I guess. So yeah, that little short was kind of good. It was,
at first I thought it was like Japanese weird, you know?
Yeah, but it was made by Pixar.
I know, but
it was an American animation.
I know, but in the place it was China.
Yeah, it was just set.
And I thought it was gonna be like, well, it's gonna be anime weird.
Alrighty. So now we are going to talk about Incredibles 2. So this film, I thought it was pretty good.
10 out of 10. I like it.
Okay, you're kind of...
I know, I'm jumping the gun, but like...
Yeah. So, this film, yeah, it was pretty good. But there's one problem that I have with it.
It took too long?
The villain. I kind of thought that the villain's motivation was very weak. When we get to the villain, I will talk about it. Oh, by the way, if you didn't already pick up on this, spoilers. Spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. We are going to spoil this movie.
Oh, yeah.
If you have not seen the movie, do not watch this review.
If you see my videos, I'm pretty good at spoiling things.
Alright, so this film was directed by Brad Bird and stars Craig T. Nelson and Holly Hunter. So, yeah, this film was 14 years in the making, and at the beginning they were talking about how it's been so long and that it will be worth the wait.
Yeah, and it was.
Yeah, I kind of think it was. So, this film literally begins exactly where the last one left off. Like, no joke, the exact moment in time when the Underminer, like, rises out of the ground and gives his whole speech. That's when it starts off, but the Underminer is not the main villain. So anyway, let's talk about the characters.
That's what I thought when I seen the trailer. Like, oh.
So first is Mr. Incredible, voiced by Craig T. Nelson.
Wait, is it the same person that did in the first one?
Yes, it's the same voice actors from the
I thought it was someone else because his voice sounded a little different.
Because he's older, so.
Well, true.
Yeah. So basically, I thought that he delivered a pretty great performance in this role. The animation, of course, it's Pixar. It's gonna be great.
It's better.
Yeah, and since it has been 14 years later, it is the animation is better, because they have like new techniques, and better computers, more advanced stuff. enough of me rambling.
I
So,
like the graphics, I like
yeah.
how they keep it how the first one was,
Mhm.
instead of changing up how usually they do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about Mr. Incredible. He is the father, and in the first one, he was basically going out and doing a superhero thing while his wife was staying at home. In here, the roles are basically flipped.
Basically the same thing in a way.
Elastigirl, well, yeah, but except it's Mr. Incredible having to take care of the kids while Elastigirl does the superhero stuff.
See, I think that's the problem, because remember watching it, they were talking about how animating and all that takes time,
Yeah,
especially for games. And I think that's where the point they ran out of ideas and they said,
yeah,
let's swap it. Or swap it, I mean.
yeah, but this film doesn't completely run out of ideas. It has some
Yeah, I like
good
it.
ideas, like the new superheroes in this. I thought they were pretty good. But anyway, so, Mr. Incredible, he basically stayed home and watched the kids, which was pretty much a nightmare for him. Um, and once again, he delivered a good performance. Next, let's move on to Holly Hunter as Mrs. Incredible, or Elastigirl. So Elastigirl is another great character. She's out doing all this superhero stuff, and with her trying to figure out the identity of Screenslaver, this film kind of is both mystery and superhero film.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. That I really like about it, because for some reason it reminds me of My Hero Academia. For some reason, it just does. I like it. I mean, it's not like, oh, they're exact same thing, but when I watched it, for some reason, it reminds me of My Hero Academia.
Okay. So next, let's move on to Samuel L. Jackson as Frozone, my favorite character in Incredibles. Frozone also delivers another great performance in this, and I really thought that he was great in his voice role.
And he
So,
forgot his super suit as well.
he didn't forget his super suit in this one.
I know,
He made sure to grab it.
I made a pun.
Yeah, so, next we're gonna skip Winston Dever because well, actually, you know what? Let's just do a short little thing on him. So, he basically wants to bring back supers and make them legal again.
Then again, that part.
Yeah.
Fun fact. There's a lot of fan theories about the Incredibles movie in the same universe with My Hero Academia, since there's superheroes involved. That's just a fan theory. That's what I heard.
But I don't believe conspiracy theories.
I do.
Alrighty, let's move on to the villain, which I think is actually one of the weakest parts of this.
Yeah.
After Syndrome, I feel it would be difficult to have a great villain on that level. And, I mean, they tried, but Screenslaver was not as good of a villain as Syndrome.
The backstory was kind of a little plain, because usually villains will have, like, the first one, if you remember, the first one.
Yeah, because
he had a big backstory with Incredible.
Yeah, because Syndrome had a personal connection and vendetta to Mr. Incredible. But in this one, it's just, oh, I hate all superheroes because my parents died and they liked superheroes. So basically what she wants to do is make superheroes stay illegal. Which, you know, it would have been a much easier and less complicated plan. Just going up to her brother, hey, and having a knife, stabbing him in the face.
Yeah.
Much easier. But she likes to be complicated. Now, I pretty much knew that this character would be the villain, and once again, spoilers, Evelyn Dever. Once I heard the character's name, I'm just like, okay, that's the villain. I knew instantly that Winston Dever was just a red herring. Evelyn Dever is the villain, no matter what. I knew it, and I was right, because her name just gives it away. Evil Endeavor, Evil Endeavor. And they could have thrown us off by naming her that, but having the villain be someone else, but they didn't. Now, once again, I thought her backstory was very weak.
Yeah, it was kind of low plain.
And so was her motivation.
Yeah.
But her power was pretty good. So she hypnotizes people with screens. And the actual screen slaver is just a pizza delivery guy that she's hypnotizing. Which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought that was smart.
Screen slaver was cool. Evelyn wasn't as cool. So, basically, she was like the brains behind the operation. And then there's a part where she hypnotizes all the superheroes by slapping goggles on their faces that have screens inside of them that hypnotize them. And she hypnotizes these new superheroes. And then they come to the Parr family's house, which Frozone is there to protect them, but unfortunately, the other superheroes are also there, and they're hypnotized, and they basically hypnotize Frozone, but the kids escape, and basically for the last part of this, for like the third act, it's just the kids. Now, when Dash actually, like, opens the door, and you just see all the supers there, with, like, the goggles on, staring at him, you actually feel kind of scared for Dash. 'Cause it's creepy. But
I like the part where they focus on the kids for that little...
Yeah.
I like that.
One of my favorite parts, though, was when Jack was beating up a raccoon.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was funny.
And Jack literally tried to murder the raccoon. It wasn't just, adorable fun. No, he straight up tried to murder this raccoon.
Because he mistaked it as a robber.
Because he thought that the raccoon was trying to steal from them. But, yeah. The villain, so overall thoughts, the villain was kind of weak. The animation was good. The expressions were, like, very expressive. So yeah, I thought this was a really great movie, and what are your closing thoughts on this?
Well, first of all, I kind of figured whatever her name was a villain because technology-wise, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and they, like, keep her in dark, and it's just like, she has a neon sign over her head. Villain, 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 villain.
I mean, I didn't know right away, but, like, when she was real smart with technology, I just had, like, a thought,
and it was,
like, you know what I mean?
It was so obvious, but, yeah, I thought until it was revealed who Screenslaver actually was, he was kind of cool, because, well, Screenslaver was the pizza delivery guy. Evil Endeavor controlled Screenslaver. And I thought that the little thing where they hypnotize people is pretty good. Was like a pretty good power and stuff. So yeah, those are basically my closing thoughts. This movie was pretty great, and I really enjoyed it. This is Alexa63, signing off.
And this is Cloud Shadow as well.